Tushop delivers fresh groceries fast and affordably in Nairobi. So that means it's basically restricted to Nairobi. Tushop boasts an overall rating of 4.2 and 227 reviews on it so far. It also boasts 100,000 plus downloads. Going into the data safety policy, it will try to go to details and data collected messages, location, device or other IDs, and your personal info, which includes name, the user IDs, and phone number. All right, so let's get into the app. I open and okay, so for UI, that's a nice loader. We have a spelling error for 300 shillings. I'm pretty sure there needs to be a K somewhere here. It's a very warm color, bit too orange, and it goes well with the dark, secondary colors. So I was hoping that the awesome would be a call to action button of some sort, but it seems like it just plays the same role as the close button here. So that's like a duplication of elements to some extent. So we identify Tushop as very warm. It's a bit appealing, had a modern feel to it. So when I click awesome, I was hoping it would take me to the 300 shilling discount. But yeah, since that's not a ready feature as of now. I'm going to say that the UI looks nice. It looks okay. Yeah, but I have a feeling the borders around between the product photo and the border around the elements, a bit of too much space between the product and if you zoom into the product, you do get a better image. And just looking at that, I can already see, whoa, that's 90 minutes. That's for something that's, let me just look at that. 890 minutes as well. So every product is 90 minutes away. Yeah. So overall, for UI, I think they're doing a pretty good job. But other than the padding being a little too wide around the images, especially on this, then we have top selling, new arrivals, and whoa, pre-loved. So I'm getting images of clothing on an app that masquerades as a food and grocery delivery app. Anyways, so we also have baby care. Then the foods are actually here now. We have made the option to get in touch. Oh, the consistency is back now. At least I can see some orange color there. And message, you can send your message from over there to get in touch with them. Feedback, yes, there's a poll in. And then about, this is where you get the app version is 3.9 as of this moment. The privacy policy, you try and click that and it's not there. All right, let's go back and try to get the terms and conditions in the about, and that's not there as well. All right, just a blank page. So let's start the scoring. You have the home buttons, the shop now, and the shop pamoja buttons. And usually in a modern application, the icon should just speak loud enough for you not to want to consider adding a label underneath it. But it sort of still leads you to, it's still a leading text to whatever that button does. So this lets you stay home. When you click shop now, you get to the weekly deals and the 90-minute delivery time on every product pretty much looks like a placeholder at this point. Yeah, every item here can be delivered in 90 minutes. The products on this page look way nicer. They're well spaced. I like the padding. It's a bit closer to, and then you have the margins disappear. Overall, the weekly deals has a better UI appeal than, in my opinion, than the homepage. All right, for search button there, does that work? Let's try search for meat, original meat tenderizer. Go to that. Alrighty, search button works well, so that's a plus for functionality. And shop pamoja. Oopsie, no products on pamoja currently. What this tells me is that this is a feature that has been shipped. It's on the app, but it's probably still under development. Okay, this is a feature that's not ready, but it's already in production and it's already been deployed and it's available on the app. Nothing about it in its documentation, but no products on Pamoja currently. Also, the picture of the dog appears a bit too. That's it. I think that's it. You create an account, you contact us, I think that's it. So let's get to voting. On the UI and the UX, I do feel like it has a modern feel, a bit modern feel, but all it's not complete despite being shipped as a complete product and that people are using. We also saw a bit of a padding, but that was in my opinion. We also saw a bit of a padding problem on the homepage. Overall, for UI and UX, I'm gonna give them a 6. All right, on to the next one. For performance and feel, I am reviewing these apps from a Samsung Note. I didn't experience much of a lag, felt pretty smooth. And so on that, I'm going to give them a 7. On to the next one, functionality. Functionality here, I've read this app based on what it says it does versus what it does. They do say that it's a food and grocery delivery app. I did not get to test because I didn't create an account, but it does seem to have the option to deliver food and groceries to you, as much as there are other products that are not food and delivery, despite explicitly mentioning about their product that they are a food and grocery delivery app. So Sweater's in there as well, a couple other products. So that may, in my opinion, be misleading in my opinion, but otherwise it does do what it says it does. So on that, I give them an 8. For innovation and uniqueness of this app, there are shopping apps in the country that have existed before Tushop. And so is this idea novel? Well, I could argue that they explicitly say that they only do food and grocery shopping within Nairobi. So if this is a use case that is unique and particular to the people of Nairobi, it's a bit different in terms of trying to specialize what they do. But overall, it's just like every other delivery. Apparently, that their product seems a bit perishable, in my opinion. So that means maybe that's what the 90-minute cup delivery time is about. Anyway, for uniqueness, I don't feel it's too new, but I feel like they are unique in the sense that they only sort of masquerade as a delivery app for perishable food and groceries. And for uniqueness, I'm going to give them a 6. Up next is privacy and security. I did realize that they do not collect too much information. Data is encrypted in transit, and account deletion is available. So those are good benchmarks for, just basic security. But the fact that most apps at this point do enable a lot of permissions and collect a lot of data, but seem to only collect the minimal, in fact, just what they need, which is just the personal information, the location, probably for delivery purposes, and that's about it. If a malicious party got access to the app, it doesn't collect too much, thereby reducing the surface area of attack. And so just to take a bit of a deep dive into its security, just by taking a look at its manifest file, you do realize they don't register too many permissions, they don't collect too much data. So overall severity in case of an attack for this will be pretty low in my opinion. So overall for security and privacy, I'm going to vote them a bit high on this in my opinion. I'm going to give them an 8. Yeah. So that was it on Tushop. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and see you on the next one.